there's kind of three main parts to my talk. It's kind of like finding data, and then how to properly use other people's data, and then designing databases, kind of some of the biggest mistakes that people make when they go to design a database. And like I said, a lot of this is based on my own experience, and also a lot of the stuff in here you might have heard before, and it might be kind of boring, but I think it is important, to hear it again, because sometimes we forget, even myself. Finding databases. I think a lot of people fail to use the advanced search option in Google. I find that to be really helpful. Have you guys used the advanced search option?
I've never even heard of it.
When you go on the Google homepage, you have the bar where you can, and there's a little link to the right of it. It's advanced search options.
Huh.
So, and it brings up this. And there are some things that you can do with the advanced search. One thing is you can put quotes around anything that you're searching for, and that will give you the exact word. So, like if you want to search for an interview or interviews, if you don't have those quotes, Google will also pull in synonyms and give you lots of things that aren't similar. But if you put the quotes on it, then it's just going to give you websites that have interview. So, like question is a synonym for interview, and they exclude those to help narrow your search. Also, like climate change, if you don't have quotes around it, you're going to get funky things returned. But if you put quotes around it, you're going to get something that has climate change in the search properties of the website. So I use that a lot.
Can I ask a related question?
Yeah.
One thing that pisses me off about the search engines is they'll put in like alternate spellings, and if you put the quotes on a word, will that rule out that also?
It should rule that out. It should give you the exact spelling that you're looking for. Yeah. Also, you have the ability to search within a specific website. So I have an example here where you'd search for like Alaska Murkowski, and it'd only pull up hits that were on the New York Times website. So
that's the colon?
That's what this is here.
Uh-huh.
So you would put site, and if you want to put newsminer.com, and then these are your search words right there. So I know I've seen articles, on websites, and it's like, where is that? Or, some websites that have data don't have a really good search mechanism of their own, or don't have like a tree, a sitemap, and I can use that to search their websites and find what I need, You can also exclude terms that you don't want, and to exclude terms, you have to have a space before your hyphen, and so when you do that, you would have the word anti, but you wouldn't have the word trust when you're doing your searches. So that's a way to also limit what comes up on your radar. And I can make this PowerPoint available, for anyone who wants it. So.
That would be great if I could put it on Blackboard.
Yeah. Another one that would kind of broaden what you're searching for would be a wildcard, which is the asterisk sign. So you can only use it for whole words. And an example that I give here is you're looking for Alaska, some type of income data. Whether it be, say, you want personal income, household income, you're just interested in Alaska income data. So I don't really use that one too often because it seems like it would give you that ton of stuff that you really don't need. So, and then you have the OR operator. And the OR operator, it allows you to, you can take either or of the words, so it can just have climate, or it can just have change. It doesn't have to have both of them together. So that, again, broadens what you're going to find. And I mean, you can combine these two. You can have, you can say, you can use like the wildcard term, and then, also have this in it. So, you're looking for some type of Alaska income data within the New York Times site. So there's the ability to combine that too. Another thing that I find useful in the advanced search options is that you can choose your file type. So when I'm making PowerPoint presentations, lots of times I will just specifically look for a PowerPoint presentation on my topic. Also, if I'm looking for pictures, if you need a picture for a presentation, you can also, I'll show you how you do it, but it'd be like .jpeg, because that would be the file type. And if you're looking for a certain, database, you can limit it to just Excel files, too. So that's another thing that I use quite frequently. And that's kind of how you would look for a climate change PowerPoint presentation. So this is just, the extension that you change if you're looking for a PDF or a picture, a text file like that. So I find that really useful. And you can also, a lot of like metadata files for like GIS, they have a XML type of file, so you can also give that a try and see what comes up. The other thing that I use also is you can look within a site for a domain. Usually I look in sites .edu or .gov, because I'm thinking that from those sites I might get more reliable information, from this .com. So, and lots of times if I'm looking, for a PowerPoint, I will look for PowerPoints by universities. I can find those too, and that usually gives me pretty good results. So,
Or more reputable results.
yeah. I tend to trust them better if they come from sites with those extensions on them. So, some good key words that I found to use, like when you're doing searches for database, clearinghouse. That works especially well for GIS data. That's usually when you just have a big old pile of GIS data, they'll usually call it a clearinghouse. Like the state of Alaska has a geodatabase clearinghouse, and I found several other things in Canada and the Yukon. So for my research, I had to get a lot of Canadian data. Just for my research, I had 21 different GIS layers and had to find that for Alaska, the Yukon, British Columbia. Well, that took a lot of searching. But some other ones are geospatial data, or that's another one where you'll probably come up with a whole laundry list of GIS data. Warehouse, that's another term that people use, so it's for massive storage of data, and that's any type of data. I also search frequently for metadata, like that's how I found like a Pleistocene glacier map for Alaska, was by putting in Pleistocene glacier metadata, and I found one that is a really good database. So, bibliographies. I put together a moose fire bibliography, just by searching and finding other people who had put together, like say, native Alaska fire bibliographies, and you'll find websites where people just have a list of books, that they recommend, and you can easily copy and paste that into a program. So I've used that before. Another thing is that if you find a site that looks relevant, it might not have any data, but lots of times look around for like recommended links or suggested links, because I found data that way, by going to the places that they recommend, seeing if there's data on those sites. So it's always worthwhile to check out that too.